Okay, there you go. And that's actually pretty good, I've got to say. Hey, how's it going? Doing okay? Great. Kath, right? We spoke on the phone before about the headphones. Awesome. Thanks for getting in touch, by the way. I mean, it's always, I think, a really good thing to be able to get involved with selling headphones and recommending them to friends and family, that kind of stuff. I've been doing this job for a long time, and I really feel like it's kind of an either-or situation, right? You can either go to a shop and you can guess at the headphones that they have in packaging that you can't get into and hope that you try and find the right ones that maybe will sound good when you get home, and if you don't like them you go back with store credit. Yeah, or you can actually sit down, relax and try out some headphones. And I always find that the best way of choosing your next headphones is in the comfort of your own home, making sure that you're comfortable and using them wherever you are. They always say that you should make sure that you spend the most money on the things that you use every day. Your bed, your chair, your headphones. Boom, sorted. And I really took that to heart, and that's why I made this business where I can come out, I can show you a variety of different headphones, and then if you like a pair, you can buy them through me if you want to, entirely up to you. But all of our prices are the same as what you'd expect online, so there's no hidden extras or anything like that. I'm just really passionate about music and about audio and about making sure that you get the most out of what you're buying, basically. So we've got 3 different types of headphones that I brought with me today, 3 different sort of options. They're all kind of the cream of the crop in their own fields. I have one kind of pair of headphones which is designed to be probably the most comfortable thing you're ever going to put on your head. They are super awesome. They're an analog style pair of headphones. They are a closed back type of headphone. We'll talk more about that kind of stuff later on, so don't worry about the technical jargon. I'm going to make sure everything's explained nice and simple for you. It's pretty straightforward. We've also got some analog headset as well, just in case I wanted maybe, I know you do quite a lot of gaming and sort of, voice over IP, that kind of stuff, talking to friends. I thought it made sense to have maybe a decent microphone as well attached, so it's one of the options that I brought you there as well. And the third and final option is actually a digital headset, and that is a sort of a gaming style headset where everything is powered over USB rather than just plugging into the good old headphone jacks. Benefit of which is a slightly better sound quality, arguably, depending on what you're plugging into. But don't worry about it, it's fine. I'm going to teach you all this kind of stuff. So the most important thing is that you're going to sit back, relax, and I'm going to sort of talk to you about these headphones, explain to you everything. I don't want you to have to move and get up and change position and stuff, because that can change the sound pressure and the atmosphere in the room, that kind of stuff. I'd rather that you just stay where you are. Might sound a bit weird, but I'm going to put the headphones on you, take them off of you, so you get a chance to experience them properly, and then we'll change the next ones, and then we'll go quickly through the 3 of them at the end. And then if you like a pair, you can buy them. If not, no problem at all. I can get on, and I'm sure that you'll be happy and I'll be happy. So nice and straightforward. So I usually kind of start with the Beyerdynamic DT770s. This is the kind of analog headphone, purely because they are like the go-to headphone. I've had these for a long time. Actually, this pair is the pair that I use personally. I always bring them on the road with me. If I'm sort of chilling out and have a long time between clients or whatever, these are my go-to headphones. There's no active noise cancellation in any of the headphones that I'm going to show you guys today. It's all purely passive because they are a closed back headphone. You can see on the old logo here, 80 ohms as well. Ooh, I'll explain about that later. This closed back literally means that's closed. So sound isn't going to escape out of the headphones. You're not going to annoy people that are sitting next to you on the plane or a train. But at the same time, they're quite big and they can make your ears get quite sweaty. So it's kind of a trade-off. Usually, the best thing for sort of like a decent acoustics is a semi-open headphone, but you can find some good closed headphones depending on the size of them. And these ones, as you can see, the cone is actually pretty big. So this is what they look like on. So you just get a chance to sort of see what people look like wearing them. The sound is great, and the pads are actually made of velour, which may sound like super 70s, but essentially it's just a really comfortable thing to have. I can wear these literally all day as long as the room's not too warm, and have no problems whatsoever with sweaty ears, no problems with that annoying uncomfortable pressure that you can get on your ears. All that kind of stuff is gone, because actually, if you look inside the cone, your ear actually entirely fits inside there. So there's no part of your ear that's actually being put on pressure. The actual headphone cup sits around the ear completely, which, as far as I'm concerned, is a fantastic way of doing things. Construction wise, they're pretty good. Steel, just a bit of sort of like fake leather kind of stuff at the top, and then obviously the velour pads. Nothing to write home about. If you wanted to bend these, you could. I actually dropped a pair once, and just the impact of the drop alone was enough to bend one of the cans. But I don't know if you can't really see now. Actually, it's looking pretty good. Obviously, these ones aren't for sale. These are my own pair. But if you wanted to get these, I can get them in for you, no problem at all. So, if you're ready, this is what they actually feel like on. Now, I'm going to carry on talking to you whilst they're on your head and sort of move left to right to make sure that you get a chance to really hear how much noise cancelling is going on. We're not playing any music because the sound quality of these headphones are all pretty much level in terms of what you're actually going to hear, like bass reproduction and all, your mids and your highs, all that kind of stuff. That's all very personal preference, and that's all pretty straightforward. If you want to play music at the end and try them out, or try specific ones out, that's absolutely fine. We're just talking about comfort, and we're talking about the noise cancelling, the passive noise cancelling as they call it. Passive. Anyway, ready? Here we go. Okay. Sitting completely over your ear. This one just... Well, there we go, perfect. So you can hear the kind of passive noise cancelling does work quite well because they are a closed back. If I just sort of tap the actual headphones themselves over here, your ears are kind of in these little sort of echo chambers, which is pretty cool. But this is what it sounds like from the left, and this is what it sounds like from the right. So if you imagine if I was like a car driving past, you're going to be able to still hear things. It's not making you completely dead to the world, but at the same time there's a good amount of noise cancellation. I think it's a good choice though, to be fair. Like, if you don't really care too much about having a decent microphone, or if you don't care too much about any of that kind of stuff, these are good. The cable though is very, 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 very long. So that's something to consider. If you're planning on sort of walking down the street wearing them, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the arse to have to deal with, but that's fine. I recommend them anyway. I think they're really, really awesome. You can give it a go if you want to. It's entirely up to you. But let's try the other headphones as well, because if you are into more of a sort of a gaming scene or want that kind of headset as well, these are both really good options. Okay, so the first of which is a product by Creative. Now, you may remember Creative for doing a lot of old school sound cards back in the day? Hopefully you do. They are still around as a company. They still make a lot of really, really cool USB sound cards, actually. They do reasonably good work. But they also have a line of headphones, and these are an analog style gaming headset. So the idea is that rather than using a USB, plug it in, you plug these into the headphone and microphone port of your computer. Chances are you've got like a microphone and headphone port on the front of your computer, if not definitely on the back. So they're pretty straightforward to use. They are stereo, which means that there is two speakers, one on either side of your head, the same way as these ones are as well. The other pair that I have are actually a 7.1 surround sound, so they're very good for if you're trying to place something. So I'm over here talking to you, you can tell that I'm sort of moving around you. If I talk up or I talk down, it kind of you can sort of place that sound. Wearing a headphone like that means that you can place that sound within like a game, which is very, very helpful. So bear that in mind. Okay, it's one of these lovely boxes that it just slides open very smoothly. There we go. So this is the actual headphones themselves. They are brand new. They're ones that I have got specially in for you. So if you want to buy these ones, you can. They're completely brand new. These have a fake leather and even a little bit of silica gel. But they're kind of like a fake leather cup, as you can see, with a continuation of the fake leather around the top of the cone. Similar kind of metal construction on the actual framework here. Now it looks like they actually have L and R inside them as well. L and then R as well, which means that you're never going to put them on the wrong side. The quite cool thing about these is they actually completely detach, which is nice. I really like that. And the way they feel, well, I think these ones might be a little bit tight on the ear, but we'll check it out. So left and right. I'll pop these on you now so you can get a feel for them, and then once you've got a good sense of the feeling of them, then we can move on. Not too bad. So the actual headphones themselves come with a little white box, which is something that you have in the here. Right, you can still hear. The noise cancelling isn't too strong. I haven't tried these ones on yet, so I'll try them after you. You get a few different bits and pieces in here, which obviously includes the cables that you need, which is nice, and obviously the actual microphone as well. So you have two different types of cables, which is pretty cool. One of them has volume controls that you can see there. So it's like one that has like a mute button and like a volume slider, and then one cable that has nothing at all on it. It looks like the cable that has nothing is a bit shorter as well, which is pretty cool. And then the microphone itself actually connects in directly to the microphone, which is pretty sweet. So let me just put these away. I'll tears off. There we go, and left, right, so switch those around for me. So these ones are a little bit kind of more, the sound collection is actually pretty good. It's not too bad, but they're not quite big enough. They're a little bit on the small side, I've got to say. Do I actually have to sort of bend them? I'm thinking that if you've got quite a small head, this might be okay, but I mean, you're not a small-headed person. You're pretty similar to me, so it's going to be a bit of a challenge, I think. But you know, they're not too bad. There's actually a port along with this brushed aluminium or aluminum, because if you're American, then there you go. The port's on the bottom here. So this top one is where the microphone goes. You plug it in, sort of, ka-chunk, and then it just comes out, sort of, for you to use. And then there's a headphone port there as well. So plenty of option for you there. They're not bad though. I mean, as far as headphones go, that's probably a pretty good bet. But honestly, like, the whole point of this shopping experience and the whole point of having me here is so you get a chance to actually try these. And having tried those together, I think we can do better than that. So, you still have the DT 770s because they are a staple, but what you might want to try here is the slightly more advanced, slightly more technical. This is the Void Pro from Corsair. This is pretty much a brand new headset they've come out with recently. This is a 7.1 surround sound setup. Now, if you're the sort of person who likes wireless headphones and headsets, there is a wireless version of this as well. If you don't like the gaudy kind of white, it comes in white and black as well, so you have a variety of different options, but there is a wireless option as well. Personally, I don't like that amount of weight on my head, and I find it gets quite struggling to have to deal with having battery packs and stuff on your head as well. And the last thing that you want in life is for your headphones to be out of battery. Like, there's already a chance to get a wireless mouse and a wireless keyboard, and having all these things is just far too much. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look, shall we? Perfect. It's a bigger box. There we go. I wonder what they've got inside here. Should we take a look? I'll tell you what they have. They have a security seal, which I guess is kind of sensible. The other ones didn't have that, but it's not a difficult thing to get rid of, so don't worry. Alright, wow, look at these. So you can tell they're brand new because they've still got their cable ties on and everything. Yeah. The newest headphones that you're ever going to see. I told you I bought new stuff for you. Don't worry, I'm not trying to guilt trip you into buying things, it's fine. Right, okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We'll get rid of the main plastic that goes on the top here. But then the rest of this we'll kind of not worry about too much. So these seem pretty nice. So this is the actual headphone themselves, okay? They actually have twisty cups, which means that if you have any difficulties with the way the headphones naturally sit, you should be pretty well covered with those. And then the microphone here extends out like this. You put it up, you put it down. Now usually with these kind of gaming headsets, you'll probably find that if you go up like that, it'll actually mute the microphone, and you bring it down again and it unmutes the microphone, which is pretty cool. Decent sized cups as well, pretty happy with that. It's plastic over the top with a lot of nice padding as well, which is pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but nice padding. And then it's sort of these metal arms, or is that like just a really hard plastic? Maybe it's really hard plastic, I can't tell. But there definitely feels like there's some solidness to there, so I think there's a metal rod that goes all the way through to kind of keep them going. But I'll tell you what, I'll give you a chance to try them now, and I'll explain to you how these work. I'm going to put this on the larger setting. So, okay, there we go. Oh, that's actually pretty straightforward. Okay, there you go. And that's actually pretty good, I've got to say. So, these work with a USB port, as you can see, rather than a headphone jack. So what you're going to find is that you're not relying on any special kind of like headphone amplifier or anything like that to use these. They just work naturally, which is really good. And actually these seem pretty nice. I mean, I haven't really had a chance to experience them yet, but I like the idea of there being multiple headphones. A 7.1 surround sound setup sounds like a pretty nice one. It really depends, I guess, what you're intending to use it for. Because if you're intending to use it for gaming, then this is the setup you need. You need to be able to be in a first-person game and place that a guy shouted at you from back up there or something. Kind of works well for that kind of stuff, you know. But they're a little bit on the heavy side, especially when that cable's kind of dangling down. So let's give them a go. Oh, there's plenty of room. That's pretty nice. They are supposed to be RGB as well, which is pretty cool. But so the actual microphone is flexy, so you can move it in or out depending on where you want it to be. And I mean, they're not as comfortable as the DT770s, definitely not. They are just kind of like a standardized sort of all-in-one. But I tell you what, having that kind of like separate USB setup actually sometimes is really helpful. So I kind of feel like we're onto a winner here. At least if you want for gaming, you know. But I'll give you a chance to listen to the two. This again is the DT770. Perfect. And then this is the Void Pro from Corsair. But now you know. So there you go. So this is a completely non-pressure sale situation, not trying to stress you out or anything, so have a think about it. Let me know what you think and come back to me, and I'll be happy to place an order for you. Or, I mean, to be fair, I get like a small commission if you buy through me, but I can guarantee the same prices online. So we can get them delivered to your house, no problem at all, and take care of that for you without any major issues. So thanks for having me over, and I hope that I've been a little bit of help to you. If you want to keep any of these behind, that's fine, just let me know. If you want to do anything else with them, just let me know as well. But otherwise, I'll see you next time. Cheers, buddy. Take care.